Today we need to find the oil leak on the transmission, and figured we'd use some of this dye and one of these fancy lights and fancy damn it, got to turn this off. Fancy glasses to find an oil leak in the transmission on the Firebird. So with that, let's shut her down and get to wrenching on this week's Firebird Friday video. I know it's bright sunlight here in Phoenix, Arizona. If we can zoom in, you can see there's a big old mess down there, and it's red. That means it's coming from a tranny. So we need to find out just where in the heck up and in there that leak is at. So hopefully this stuff right here will help us figure all that out. Let's get to cleaning this up. Now, you probably don't know if you can tell or not, but right here's our dipstick. I'm going to pull that out. And she says she's full. Says she's full. Let's find out. So back in she goes. Give her a second here. Talk about things. Gotta put the fender on. Gotta get the hood back on and get all that done and take care of a few little things. Let's check now. Now she says she is full. All right, so that's cold. Now remember, you're supposed to check this warm. So the instructions say they have the entire contents of this. And of course, there's a link down below to where you can buy some of this yourself. But simply take a funnel, stick it into your transmission hole. The dipstick was. Give this a shake. Puncture the little silver seal on top. We'll pull this off real quick here. And now we'll pour this down in there. And then I think as a chaser, we're going to throw some transmission fluid in there just to help it out, just a little bit. Got some transmission fluid here. Just enough to kind of get it all down there. That'd probably be good right there. Pull this out. We'll put our dipstick back in. We're going to start it up and bring it up to operating temperature. And we'll go through the gears. Okay, let's go start it up. Give it a few pumps here. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, I'll be doing a voiceover. But we're just going to go ahead and let this run through each gear. So we're in park. Okay, we're on neutral. It's been there for a little bit. That's going to be drive. We'll let it sit there for a little bit. Okay, so one more. Okay, and I think that's all we got. So that's the last one I got there. So we'll go back up. Give it a few minutes there. That there should be neutral. I'm going to reverse again. And then we'll go into park. Now we'll go check that oil and see. Put it back in neutral. And it still shows fuel. Back in the park, we'll shut her down. Let's go see what we can find. We now have the dye in there, and we'll try and look for it, and it should show up like that. Now that just happens to be the gasket, the drain plug. But we should see that same color when we're looking. And I'm not seeing anything just yet. Now, it only pulls out once it's been sitting for a little bit. So it's warm now. So let's give it a few minutes. And then we'll come back underneath here and see if we can't find ourselves a leak. But so far, I don't see anything. And this is where I expected to see that leak at in the transmission. So we'll give it a few minutes and we'll come back out. Well, it's the next day, and we're having to do this because we didn't see anything. After we ran the engine for 10, 15 minutes, we ran it through all the gears. There was still no oil leaking. But of course, when we let it set overnight, now we got drips. And we got a big puddle. I'd probably say the size of a Frisbee is about the size of the leak. So let's go underneath there and let's see if we can find out if this is that dreaded pump seal. That means we're going to have to pull the whole transmission out, or if it's a selector seal. It's another seal that doesn't require a transmission removal. So let's get underneath the 67 Firebird and let's find out. Fingers crossed, people. Otherwise, we're pulling tranny. And that's going to be a Firebird video. Let's go. All right, we're underneath the car. I know you can't see anything just yet, but let me scoot underneath here and we'll take a look what we got. Now, I know you can't see anything. Let's turn on this light. Here we go. Now, what we're looking for is green. Anything that's green, you can see there, it's out there, it looks red. That's why, but we want to see if it's red or green, I should say, coming from that seal, or this seal back here. And I can't see any of that color. It's just right there. So it looks like it's a pan gasket. The pan gasket just is not sealing well. I don't see anything. There's a little bit of it up there on that linkage, but that's not enough to worry about. But I definitely can see that green coming this way. So it looks like we're going to have to, see the green there, that's from the light. But I'm guessing we're just going to pull the pan and reseal it, and that should fix our transmission problem, because I'm not seeing any drippy drips coming from the seals for the pump, and that's what we were afraid of. So cool. It is just going to be a pan gasket seal, so you can kind of see how that UV stuff works and makes it quite easy to find where your leaks are at. And you can use this for the transmission, you can use it for the engine oil, you can even use it for the AC, for the Freon and the coolant in the AC. So with that, guys, there's a link down below if you want to buy this kit that I put together. A couple different links from Amazon. You will make me a nickel or two, and I appreciate it because it does help out on the channel. And with that, guys, we're done. We will see you next Friday, and I'll just seal this up, and we're one day closer to Firebird Fest 23.